Hello and welcome back to Nodes. This game came out a couple years ago. If you haven't seen my first two videos on it, this game was abandoned shortly after it was released, so it does have some bugs in it. They have been somewhat minor. I've been able to work around most of them. It is only $6 US, so it's not terribly expensive. So it is fun, but it's not going to receive any updates or bug fixes, and it is missing some quality of life features. That would be super nice, but I'm still having fun with it, so we're going to keep looking at it. One of the main bugs is when you load it up, sometimes it moves some of your nodes into the center here. I've left this spot empty now, so I know when I load the game up, if there's nodes here, it moves them from somewhere else, and to move them out of here, because otherwise it overlaps your nodes and it gets really confusing what's what. But so far, since I've left this area blank, it hasn't really happened a whole lot. So not too bad. I just leave this empty, and if there's nodes here when I load it up, I know to move them. We left off last episode looking at something like this, nodes here. This is nicely organized. You can tell what's what. This is very calming. I like it. So I've gotten into some more complex production chains, and it's gotten quite chaotic. We'll take a look at that now. It is quite crazy over here. We have got stuff going everywhere. Quite a bit of spaghetti mess here. Now there is some order to it, even though it doesn't look like it. It looks like there's a... So like, for example, this node here and this node here. They are connected via this line right here. What I've done is I've kept everything higher. If the resource is traveling upstream, I kept the node higher. So what I mean by upstream is like this node down here is supplying iron to this node right here. So that's upstream. This node is upstream of this one. So what I did is I made sure if it's upstream that it was higher than the other node. So that I can tell this resource here is flowing up to this resource here. It's providing resources to this node. So that way I know this node is not supplying resources to this node because it's lower. The other thing I'm working towards is, last time I played this, it was several years ago, but I was trying to get this milestone unlocked with this unlock 273 nodes. I was not able to get it. I think that was because I prestiged, and prestiging is kind of bugged right now, I think. So I'm not going to do it. I'm trying to do it without prestiging, which is kind of ridiculous because I'm losing out on great bonuses by not prestiging, but is what it is. I'm going to see if I can get to this reward done before I prestige, so it might be not worth it, but we'll see. Well, I say that because we can look at this here. Here's my current level, 504% bonus. If I prestige, I would get 11,661%. So that is a extreme bonus compared to what I am at right now. So I should definitely prestige, because these things would be supplying a lot more resources than they are now. But I'm going to try to wait and see how far I can get without doing it. We have 275 nodes to unlock. I've unlocked 150 of them. You can tell the ones that are unlocked are these ones with these borders around them. The somewhat black ones have not been unlocked here. So I've got most of this stuff done. I got a couple of items to pick up here. I got these to pick up here. But then once I get over here, I haven't really gotten over to here yet. So I'm trying to work. I basically started over here and tried to work my way across. We have nodes that are interconnected. So like this one here is actually just a bonus node. So I should just buy that one. It gives us a little bit of a bonus. That is this bonus right here. Gain from booster nodes right here. That's 1,475%. That is a booster node. Like, we can work through this one. This one is kind of complicated. We'll click on it to unlock it. There's another bug. You can see it has all sorts of crazy numbers on it. You can't really tell what the numbers are because I have too many of that resource to count. So this one is key enchanted. So we're going to go over to I've been putting keys over here. It's hard to find stuff. Gotta find my keys. So there's one key, there's one key. So let's put that key in down here. Let's see what it needs. Enchanted key. This requires 4 different items, so this is quite a complex one. It requires gold ingots, silver ingots, iron ingots, and enchanted scrolls. So let's just start working through it. The gold ingot here, that's a copper ingot. Where's the gold ingot? Gold ingot is here. It is being supplied up top here already. So I think we're going to make another chain of these gold ingots. So you can't copy and paste, so we'll just have to recreate it. So it's basically stone into gold. So let's go over here. I have some extra nodes floating around down here, I can grab one of these. I can just upgrade this a whole bunch of times because I have a ton of it in stock. You can set 9,999 plus. Who knows how much I have? I have a lot, over 99 million. So this will cost, let's see, 9.6 million to upgrade. So I could even upgrade it again, but there's no sense upgrading it. We're going to export 300 of those. Then we're going to grab a gold ore. That is right here. Put that in here. I've turned off the feature to auto align to grid. I found that was causing problems. So I'll export some stone up to here. We can upgrade this a whole bunch of times. That is level 71. Let's export a couple of hundred of these. I'm not being very exact about it. Like this, you can sell. We have a 15.77 second surplus here. So we could actually come down here if we wanted to and subtract 100 from that. And now we only have 3.27 surplus, so that's a little better. But I don't know, it's fine. We have so much resources, it's not worth nitpicking over. And we'll do gold ore into a gold nugget. Put that up to here. Let's upgrade this a whole bunch of times. It's level 71. We'll upgrade this a couple times. So we have a huge surplus here, so we're going to have to look at this one because this needs to export quite a bit more. There we go. Now I have 2 per second surplus. That's fine. Let's go up to the gold ingot. Go to here. Let's put that up to here. Let's upgrade this a whole bunch of times. All right, that's level 61. Let's just send 200 of these out. We're producing 2,000 per cycle. We're only sending 200 out, so we are stockpiling, roughly 1,700 per cycle, which is every 6 seconds. So as gold ingots done, we can hook that up to this one here. That's what we're working on. This needs silver ingots. Let's see if we have silver down here anywhere. We have some silver right here. How much of this is being used? We're just using 100 out of 2,600, so we could probably use this one here. I think we'll do that. Up to here. That's silver. We need some iron ingots. This is using 500 already. That's quite a bit. This is only using 200. We could probably use this one. Let's start with this one. We can always move it over if we need to. And then finally we need this enchanted scroll. So where is the enchanted scroll? It's kind of hard to find. Here it is right here. So we were sending this to 3 different spots already. We're going to send it to 4. I increase it 100%, 100 per node, and then I will just send it over to here. To there. So that's everything's going upstream there. We'll make sure it's obvious. So this one is higher than the enchanted scroll, so we know it's coming this way. And now we can go to upgrade one at a time. Speed that along. Let's put that in storage and upgrade that. We'll hit the times 10 button. And we'll upgrade this a couple times. It only requires 12, so it's not eating through resources too bad. That requires 22. Let's just keep going a little bit. Alright, so that's level 42. So we have the enchanted key being produced at level 42 now. Go back to the tech tree now. That unlocks this one here. So this is the enchanted chest. The enchanted chest, let's put that down. That requires the iron chest, which is right here. Let's just send 50 of these out. We'll change that number if we need to. This also needs the enchanted scroll. We're probably going to have to make another enchanted scroll. This needs the enchanted key as well. So again, following my rule. See, it's currently bugged out right now. I can't move. I can't scroll in or out. So what I found to fix that is you just click on this tech tree button and then close it, you can move again. So this needs to be higher than the key because the key is coming up to it. So again, that's why I keep everything upstream. And then finally we need the enchanted scroll. Like, I really need to make more enchanted scrolls, but it is quite a lot of stuff to add into it. So I'd have to recreate all of this. And I would have to recreate all of this. So it's actually not too bad, but I'm just going to keep pulling it out of here. That goes over to here. And that's everything for that one. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm just working through this. I will upgrade this one, so we will speed this along till we get 6 of them. Just clicking and holding right here. Put it in storage and upgrade it. So putting it in storage basically puts it in your inventory. We have a ton of inventory. There's no way to really see it. We can click on this button here and scroll through. This is how much we have of things, but most things we have in the, this one is 82 million. So let's find one that we have a lot of, like iron ingots. We have 46 million. So we have a lot of stuff. I'm just going to work through it like that. I will actually come back now in a little bit. Once we can unlock this one now too. This is again the booster node. So we buy that one, that gives us a little bonus. And now I basically have this side of the map unlocked. I'll start picking away at these and work my way over here. And I'll come back when we have this, when we start working on this section. Okay, we've made it to the final section here. We just have this section on the right hand side to be unlocked. The rest of the board is unlocked. I can zoom in real quick and you can see everything's unlocked. We have a production chain for each one of these on the board being manufactured. So there's quite a bit of stuff here that we unlocked. We have 207 of 275 nodes unlocked. That is an important number to remember. I'll go over that in a second. These top section up here, these top 4 rows here, look like they pull materials from everywhere. You can see it highlights the items you need in yellow. So they're all over the board as I move my mouse around here. So we're going to need a whole bunch of different materials for that. That's going to be a big mess. This one over here isn't too bad. This bottom section here, it looks like this whole first row uses the same material. Like so, this yarn right here. If we hover over this one uses yarn. This next one up here uses yarn. This one uses yarn. So this whole row uses yarn. So it should be a little bit easier to make that one look prettier. So we'll go to the board now, but because this game is lacking some quality of life features like copy and paste, it's somewhat hard to create an organized view. So it's a little bit chaotic. We'll take a look at it. So this board here isn't too bad. It's a little complex, but not too crazy. As we move over here, it is a utter mess. I've chosen the make it work approach instead of the keep it organized approach. So it is very crazy, but it's so hard to do because like this one here uses all sorts of nodes over here, which uses nodes over here. So it's quite a complex thing to get it organized. So I just left it like this. It's all being worked. It's all working good. So it's got us to where we are. We're going to go with it. Board here we have 207. This is the save icon's in the way right now. But it says 207 is 275. If we go to our milestones, this says we've only unlocked 176. So I don't know. I've unlocked 207 on the other board. This says I only have 176. This must be bugged out. I don't know. I was hoping this wouldn't be the case. I was hoping to get this unlock right here, but I don't think it's going to be possible because I don't think it's registering the nodes correctly. Maybe it's the booster nodes that aren't being counted. And that's probably why it's showing 176 of 250. But we'll never get up to 273 because it's not working. So it's unfortunate. We should have prestiged because now we're at 23,756 bonus instead of 500%. So if we prestige, we would definitely get a lot more production going. But I don't know if I really feel like recreating all this right now. Maybe eventually we'll get to it. But let's just come back to the tech tree here. Let's see if we can unlock this one here. Here we go. We have cloth shoulders level 1. So let's go in here. Let's grab this cloth shoulders. Let's put that down right there. zoom into it. So this just requires yarn. So let's grab some grass. Put down a grass node. Level this up to level 91. Grab these two. We have a whole bunch in storage, so we are plenty of grass. Let's just export this at 300, I don't know. Let's grab the yarn. There's the yarn. This uses grass. So let's grab this up to here. Let's upgrade this a couple times. Let's use 1.9 million now. So that's probably good there. We have a surplus here, so that means we have extra yarn, or extra grass coming in. Let's export this over to here. And let's go to 1. Make this produce a little bit faster. Put that in storage and upgrade it. So now it's making 142 per cycle. Making 856 per cycle. So we have a little deficit now, 817. So let's go back over to here. Let's make this be 150. And let's check this out. This has 0.16, so that's almost exact. So that's perfect. Let's leave it at that for now. And let's unlock this next one. This is cloth pants. We can go up here. This should be right here. It saves your filter criteria. Let's put that up there. This probably requires just yarn too. And we'll do the same thing. Let's get this one leveled up. This one requires quite a bit more yarn, I think. What level do we get this one up to? 22. Let's do this one at 22 as well. So let's use 264 yarn. This one uses 154 yarn, so we're going to go through yarn pretty quick. We could probably just set this one to, so I'm doing 75 right now, every 6. Let's just max this out. So it's saying 2,891, but it's going to go down as we go because we're going to add another one. Go back to here. Let's grab the cloth helmet. Put this one down, cloth helmet. Grab this up to here. And we'll upgrade this to level 22 as well. There you go, level 22. Requires 176 yarn. Alright, there's all our yarn products done. Let's hit the tech tree up. Let's grab this one here. It looks like these all require, looks like yarn and leather maybe. Let's do the first one, cloth shoulders level 2. So this is going to get quite confusing. Leather shoulders, so it's called leather shoulders, okay? So everything's probably going to be called leather instead of cloth. Let's grab these. This is shoulders, I believe. Yeah. So this requires more yarn and leather. So let's grab another grass node. Put that down there. Let's make this up to level 91. Oops, I went too high, but that's okay. Get this one up there. Level 81 is good. That's our yarn, and this needs leather. So let's grab some leather. How does this one? This needs deer. Deer pelts. This is this one. This one needs a silver blade and some deer. There's the deer. What does this require? This requires grass. So that's that one, and then we need a silver blade for this one. So let's grab this. Let's grab silver. I think that's this one here. Yeah, silver blade. So this requires silver plating. Put that one down there. Silver plating requires silver ingot and the anvil. Let's grab the silver ingot. This requires silver ore right here. Silver ore requires ancient dirt. This requires this stuff here. And that requires rocks. That is that chain, but we need the anvil here. Let's grab that. I believe that requires iron. Iron ingots. Let's grab iron. That requires that, which it needs this, which needs stone. Okay, that's all hooked up now. Let's grab the, let's grab this up here. Just move this over to here. Something like this, I think. It's yarn. And this needs the leather. We'll upgrade this to 6. Upgrade this to, like, I don't know, 2,000 probably. By the time I get all the nodes down, it'll only be, it's going to be divided between 8 nodes. So we'll just do the same thing here. We'll get these upgraded to level 20 or so. Grab that one. Let's grab the next one. That is leather pants. It says cloth pants level 2, but it's actually leather pants. If we go to here, it's leather pants. So everything in this category is going to be called leather something. That should require the same things. So we're going to need to export a ton of this. 4,000 should be good. And we'll do 4,000 here as well. Grab the pants and we'll upgrade these. Alright, that's all the level 2 items done. Not too bad, it's not too chaotic. So we'll just keep working our way through. We'll do level 3 next. That's going to require more items, so we'll have to take a look at that. But we're going to check that out next episode. So that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.